it's been hard enough to stay dry over the last day and a half if you have a home, but the homeless are having a much tougher time with all the windy and rainy weather. KITV4's Keoki Kerr continues our team coverage of the impact of the storm. Keoki?
And Laura, the number of people seeking meals and a warm place to sleep has increased at Oahu homeless shelters in the last couple of days because of the wet weather. A few rays of sunshine peeked through the dark clouds just before sunset tonight, a welcome sign to homeless people who live in tents like these. At homeless camps around A'ala Park, you could see clothes and other items the homeless had hung out to dry after the heavy rains. This man, who lives in a tent with his girlfriend, 2 dogs, and a cat, didn't want to appear on camera, but told me this.
I had to dry a lot of things, bring them to the laundry place and use the dryers.
He says even stormy weather won't convince him to leave his tent to stay at a homeless shelter, most of which don't allow animals.
Once you go in the shelter, they all got guidelines and curfew and all that stuff. I'm not used to that.
Alexandra Boyd and her boyfriend Benjamin Balmilero checked into the Institute for Human Services last night just as the rains were hitting.
We got to stay indoors because I was thinking where we're going to go. I don't know. We don't have a car. We don't have, we have bus passes, but we ain't got nowhere to go.
Balmilero says he just got out of prison Tuesday after serving 4.5 months for a terroristic threatening conviction.
We're glad we got into this place. When we woke up this morning, it was storming out here.
IHS says its women and family shelter had about 20 families last night. That's up from 15 just a few days ago. And its men's shelter had more than 150 occupants overnight, an increase of 30 men from the same time last month.
If the elements are really, like last night was really horrible, I think that they just decide maybe we just should go in. And, we do have 3 meals a day here, so it makes it easier for them, to not have to deal with cooking outside.
But even with the increase in people using IHS in the last day because of the rain, there's still room at both the men's and women's shelters. That's because many homeless people, like the one we heard from, don't like the rules and requirements of shelters, which prohibit drugs and require counseling and job training. Laura, back to you.
All right, thanks, Keoki.